Thank you very much. Gurmila Maigriv. Hello, New York. Hello, America. It's great to be here. A chóirde is mór an ordum a bheith live iniu chun tauachí na haireann a phlé. Ní mór dúin na céimena deireadh an tuirasca éire aontaithe a thógáil le chéile. Friends, to address you in the Cooper Hall, a hall that bore witness to the makers of American history, is a very great honour for me. To stand at this lectern, at which Abraham Lincoln asserted the right of Congress to end slavery, in a place whose walls echo with the words of US presidents, world leaders, and Irish Republicans. They echo with the words of the great revolutionary and Easter 1916 leader James Connolly, who spoke here in September 1902 and described himself as an Irish agitator. Well, I stand here. I stand here as an Irish agitator, following in Connolly's footsteps. Dedicated to the cause of change, unity, prosperity, and Irish nationhood. I want to thank the organisers of today's forum for inviting me to speak. The video tribute to Rita O'Hare was very moving. Rita was, as you know, a force of nature, a leader, a patriot who loved Ireland and our people. She was our friend. We love her dearly. We miss her desperately. And so today I want to dedicate my remarks to her, to Rita. My friends, we meet as we cross the threshold to springtime, a time that symbolises renewal, hope, and the human instinct to forever begin. A time that symbolises the light of change, illuminating the way forward. All of these instincts, renewal, hope, and change, are at the very heart of nation building and at the very heart of the exciting journey to reunification and the achievement of a new Ireland in our time. A journey that ends with the realisation of full nationhood. Ireland, united and free, finally taking our rightful place amongst the nations of the world. This is a journey that the United States has walked with Ireland for generations. The bonds that tie our two countries together are not only those of friendship, but they are also bonds of family. Bonds forged by the agonies of famine, the destitution of the coffin ship, of emigrants forced across the Atlantic in search of work and opportunity and a better life in a new world, in the land of the free. These are the roots of Irish America. The connection between Ireland and the US is a story of challenge, perseverance, hope, of endurance and success. The US has been sanctuary for Irish people, and those Irish who came here helped to build this nation and have made defining contributions to American society across literature and politics, business, arts, music and sport. The US kept faith with Ireland and played a central role in our national voyage, spanning the struggle for independence, the pain of conflict, an emerging peace process that defied all of the odds, right through to the achievement of the historic Good Friday Agreement 26 years ago. There would have been no Irish peace process without the United States. There would have been no Irish peace process without people like you, and we thank you for your work. When Brexit threatened Irish interests and our peace agreement, the US stood up and stood by Ireland. That's what friends do. That's what family does. And so today, I ask that you walk with us now on this length of the journey in common cause for peace, for reconciliation, for progress and prosperity, for unity. You see, seismic generational change is underway in Ireland, and the old certainties are collapsing. On February the 3rd, Michelle O'Neill, Las Uachtarán nFéin, a Republican woman from County Tyrone, took up the office of First Minister. She pledged to be a First Minister for all, and every day she shows that she means it. For the first time ever, we have a nationalist leading government in the north of Ireland, in a state designed and engineered to ensure that this could never happen. A state designed and engineered to ensure a permanent unionist majority. That is now gone. A Republican Party, Sinn Féin, leads the executive and local government. Combined nationalism outpolls combined unionism. And let me be clear, this isn't to sound a bell of triumphalism, far from it. It's merely to capture the depth of the change that's underway. A new chapter of Irish history is being written. Change is real and happening in real time. It must be acknowledged, understood, and grasped bravely with both hands. The great beauty of the peace that we have built together is that we can hold very differing, opposing views about the future, about constitutional change, and still work together to make life better for workers and families in the here and now. The genius of the Good Friday Agreement is that it is a set of rules, principles, and institutions to facilitate power sharing, to protect citizens' rights, and to manage political difference. It provides, as you know, for referendums and obligates both the British and Irish governments to act on the outcome, placing the constitutional future of Ireland in the hands of the people, north and south, to be decided on that most sacred democratic principle: one person, one vote. In the polling station, everybody will be equal. Everybody will have their say. And the outcome is decided by simple democratic majority. Those are the rules. As an Irish Republican, I advocate for a united Ireland. As an Irish Republican, I see every person who argues for the preservation of the union with Britain, every person of British identity, as an equal. No caveats, no exceptions, all equal. And to those citizens of a unionist or British tradition, I say, we seek a future of partnership, equality, and progress with you. The new Ireland we seek belongs every bit as much to the families of the Shankill as the families of the Falls, every bit as much to the families of Ballymena as it does to the families of Ballymun. So imagine for a moment a new future free from a self-serving government in London. Imagine all of us truly controlling our shared destiny. One Ireland, the orange and green reconciled. One nation, all communities moving forward to build our future together. That is our dream. As Maya Angelou wrote, the great Maya Angelou wrote, history, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again. In the past, we have hurt each other. There is an enormous power in stepping forward with an open heart and an open hand of friendship to say sorry to each other. We ask nobody to move on, but we can move forward. We can move forward together. The partition of Ireland has failed from the start. It's failed all of us. There has been a profound cost to partition, politically, socially, and economically. The policies implemented by the Tory government over the last decade have spelt disaster for the North, for nationalists and unionists alike. Tory austerity has ravaged vital public services and it's damaged the lives of workers and families. Tory governments in London never cared for the people of the north of Ireland. Indeed, unionist leader Edward Carson called it in 1921. Here's what he said: "What a fool I was. I was only a puppet, and so was Ulster, and so was Ireland, in the political game that was to get the Conservative Party into government." Oh, those words ring so true today. Friends, both the Irish and British governments must face up to the reality that a momentous current of change is pulsing throughout Ireland. So instead of driving divisive, insulting legacy legislation, the British government must play a constructive role in moving society forward. And the Irish government must lead. The latest infrastructural funding commitments from Dublin are welcome, but we need now to get serious about preparing for Irish unity and constitutional change. It is now imperative that the Irish government establish a citizens' assembly to plan for Irish unity. An assembly where everyone is welcome, everyone is included, and everyone gets to share their ideas, their hopes, and their ambitions. This week, Ireland's Future, a civic society organisation, has published proposals for preparing for a unity referendum by the end of this decade. I believe that that is the timeline. I believe that that is achievable. You see, more and more people are now seriously considering the future and the shape of constitutional change. And friends, the reunification of Ireland is firmly on the table. In the south, this appetite for change has already seen the political landscape transformed. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, the parties that have passed power between themselves for over a century, no longer have it all their own way. You see, there's a new kid on the block. Sinn Féin leads the opposition. We do so with vision, determination, and energy, and we're not stopping there. We want to be in government. We want to lead government. A general election is approaching, and our goal remains the formation of a government of change that puts reunification at the very heart of our agenda. A government that will drive to take Ireland's economic strength and dynamism to the next level, drive innovation, invest in higher education, research and development, and deliver a plan for the achievement of energy independence, harnessing Ireland's huge renewable resources. A government that will transform our health service. A government that builds homes. One of the greatest duties of political leaders is to build nations in which our young people can prosper. In our young people, we have everything we need to chart a successful future for our country. And I want to speak directly to them today. There is no limit to your talent, ambition, and determination. You work hard, and you can change Ireland and the world if you're given your chance. Willie Loman, the central character in Arthur Miller's play The Death of a Salesman, was certainly not a young man. But his painful lament of feeling kind of temporary about himself might well be the lament of so many of you today. Unable to find an affordable home, living to work instead of working to live, and too many of you concluding that to get a chance, to get the big opportunity, you must leave Ireland. The truth is that you have been failed by successive governments, particularly in the area of housing. So we have a very strong economy, but yours is the first generation that will be worse off than your parents. It's time to change that, to renew the promise to you that you can step out into the world with confidence and pride, that you can realise the dream of home ownership, that you can build a good life and a prosperous future in Ireland. And I want to make that promise real for you. So to all of you who've come to the US or Canada, who have ventured down under to Australia or New Zealand in search of a better life, to learn and to grow, I want to tell you that we are very, very proud of you. Proud of everything you achieve and experience. And when you're ready, we want you to come home. We need you to come home. We want you to pursue happiness and a home and to build a new, united, prosperous Ireland together with us. And I make this pledge to you that a new government, a government of change, will build the houses you need, will deliver the services and opportunities that you deserve, and create that pathway home for you when you are ready to come back to us. Friends, the work of peace and nation building in Ireland can't help happen in splendid isolation. We have known the brutality of colonialism and dispossession and the pain of conflict. We know the true value of peace. Today, the beleaguered, besieged, impoverished refugee population of Gaza endure unimaginable suffering. This vicious criminal onslaught must stop now. Those funding these atrocities must stop now. All hostages must be released. We need an immediate ceasefire. We need that now. We need the renewal of a peace process based on international law, based on the two-state solution, with the aim of achieving self-determination and freedom for the Palestinians and a secure Israel. Because you see, even in the darkest of times, we must seek the light. We must bring the light. The success of the Good Friday Agreement teaches us that no conflict is intractable. Peace is a question of will, and peace must now be the united will of the international community. Friends, the work of nation building, of uniting Ireland, is about creating a home where everyone belongs. A nation is a collection of generations walking their length of the same journey. Today, our generation holds the compass and the map. The people of Ireland get to decide the direction we take, not only for ourselves, but for everyone who comes after us. The people of Ireland get to shape the future. It is an awesome responsibility. And it's one that must inspire, motivate, and excite us. Change is happening now, and we cannot let it pass by. For Ireland, the opportunity is just too great. The saying goes that society grows great when people plant trees in whose shade they will never sit. But I believe with every conversation, every debate, every initiative, we plant the seeds of a united Ireland that we will see in our lifetime. In the end, nation building is the task of dreamers, of change makers, of future shapers. And just imagine the dream comes to pass. Imagine in 10 years, Ireland is united. History then will forever record that we were the generation that made Irish unity a reality. That we were the generation that made history. I believe that we must achieve it. I believe that we can achieve it. I believe that we will achieve it. Together and in our time, we will realize the dream. We will finish the journey. We will shape the future. A new, united Ireland and a nation home for everyone. Gura míle, míle maithagh, Galéir.